científicos y, por supuesto, los contactos humanos.
The human contact and intensifying mobility of our respective citizens, as well as, of course, the relations between India and the European Union. And Spain has great hopes for this bilateral summit, which will be held this year, in which we hope to agree on a new strategic agenda between the two regions, between India and Europe, and to give a new boost to negotiations between the European Union and India. We're also, of course, going to review the international context, situation in the Pacific region, the main global affairs, and, of course, we will be discussing crucial aspects such as funding for development, where India will play a crucial role in that summit for funding for development of the UN, which will take place in Seville here in Spain in June this year. So thank you very much again, Minister Jaishankar, for having agreed to join all of our Spanish ambassadors here today as a guest in our conference, and for these very busy 2 days of India-Spain work which we'll be holding. You have the floor, sir.
When we look at our bilateral trade, it is today about 10 billion euros. There are huge possibilities in railways, in digital, in urban technologies, smart cities, green and clean technologies. And there are already, I believe, 230 Spanish companies with a presence in India, and we would welcome more of them to join us in Make in India, Design in India, Collaborate with India. We've also had some very notable achievements in the field of defense and security. When President Sanchez came there, we had the handing over of the C-295 aircraft, and certainly we look forward to intensifying our defense and security cooperation. Indian ships make port calls to Spain, and we value the collaboration between our militaries. We also welcome your own presence closer to our parts of the world, especially where the Navy is concerned. Looking ahead, one important milestone we have agreed on is 2026 as a year of culture, tourism, and AI. I think it will help to bring our people much closer. Another area which I hope to discuss with you is the flow of talent between our countries, because the era of AI will call really for greater mobility of skilled professionals. I was very happy that we have recently opened our consulate in Barcelona. Our Consul General is here. We look forward to your consulate in Bengaluru, and that too is part of our deepening ties. Today we have signed 2 agreements, one in sports, one in sustainable urban development. They are indicative of how we are broadening our area of cooperation. Now, having said that, let me also underline that we very much value the role and influence of Spain within the European Union. We are striving for a closer partnership with the EU, and I think if the voice of Spain is more clearly and effectively there in Brussels in support of the relationship, it would certainly, I think, help deepen our ties there. I also want to remind all of you that India actually has fairly strong interest in the Mediterranean. When we look at the Mediterranean as a region, our annual trade with the Mediterranean today is about $80 billion. We have Indian companies who have airports, who have ports. It's a very important region for fertilizers. We have strong defense and security. We have potentially big green hydrogen projects in the Mediterranean. So I do want to underline that India will be more visible in the Mediterranean in times to come, and certainly in that process we count very much on Spain's support. We also have a very good history of collaborating in the G20 Your presence, your contributions to the G20 have always been valued. We want to intensify that. Where the UN is concerned, we not only work closely, but we are deployed in Lebanon. Our peacekeepers are deployed in Lebanon and Golan Heights. And again, I think we have common interests here to advance. We have had the beginnings of our conversation on global and regional issues. I look forward to continuing it after this press conference. But certainly, recent global developments, what is happening in the Indo-Pacific, the situation in the Middle East, the future of developments in Ukraine, I think concerns about terrorism. I think these are all issues which will be on our agenda. And let me conclude by saying this. The world may look today a little volatile and uncertain. It is important that countries and partners who have similar attitudes and converging interests work more closely. I'm very confident that strong India-Spain relations and a strong India-EU collaboration can be a stabilizing factor in a turbulent world. And I certainly hope that my conversations with you and with your leadership would help advance that.